There are two ways that you can start your own business if that's really what you want to do. You either start a business from scratch, right? You go out there, you get some money, get some investors, maybe borrow it from the bank, and you go out there and you try to get your customers, prove your concept, hire some employees. That's one way to start your own business or have a successful business. The other way is you buy it, right? You buy it from the guy that has already proven it. You buy it from the guy that's already built the customer base, generated the profit, has processes and systems in place, and is getting deposits in his bank account month after month because he's already put the sweat and tears into making sure that that concept is proven. Clearly, you know which way I prefer. You either start a business from scratch or you buy one, right? That's something I've been preaching for a long time. But most startup entrepreneurs, even veteran entrepreneurs, decide to start their own business from scratch. They buy into this incredible concept, or they think they have the greatest idea in the world, or they buy some guy's program that promises that if they follow their system and they start a business from scratch, that they'll be successful. The Small Business Administration, right? Let's look at actual facts. The Small Business Administration has data that shows 90% of all businesses fail. If you're an internet business and you're about to venture off into your own internet startup, the probability is 99.6% that you're going to fail. Now, I know that sounds negative, and I'm not here to be negative. You don't even know who I am, and you're already hearing these negative things like, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? But that's facts. I'm just relaying to you information that I've learned myself, that from data, from research that's been conducted years and years and years, 4 years and years. So, why am I here talking to you? Well, first, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is AJ Joma, and I've been buying businesses for the past 15 years. I started off buying my first business. It was $1 million business. It was doing $1.5 million in sales and had about $400,000 in annual net profit. That's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, EBITDA. And the feeling of buying this business, walking into a situation that already had a management team in place, 20 to 30 employees in place, structures, processes, and customer base was an incredibly refreshing feeling, guys. It took the burden away from unknowing or not knowing if that concept was going to work. It gave me peace of mind. It gave me freedom. It gave me the ability to live a life. It allowed me to start from the top. One of my mentors actually had a famous, popular saying around where I grew up. And he said, AJ, you're one of the fewest people I know that didn't start from the bottom to get to the top. You bought your way to the top. I said, yeah, that's right. I guess I did. And it was a hell of a feeling, guys. And I went on to replicate that process. After selling that first $1 million business for quite a profit, I turned around and I started replicating the process, and I started realizing that if you just apply specific systems, right, and processes into buying a business, then it's almost a sure way of buying any business you want under any circumstance. And that first $1 million business I bought, I had almost no money. Relative to the price of that business, I was practically broke. I certainly didn't qualify for it. And in most cases, I probably shouldn't have been able to buy it. But it was my aha moment when I realized, the things that I did to buy that business, some of it by accident, a lot of it from trial and error, but most of it was from learning from other people I knew, personal friends of mine, who all they do, they dropped trying to flip real estate, they dropped the stock market. All they focused on was buying businesses from other people, using other people's money. And I was just blown away by it. So I put my own systems in use, and I ended up buying 20 businesses in the course of 15 years. Some of them have been multi-million-dollar businesses, some of them just million-dollar businesses. Most of them have been under $1 million businesses. But all of them have been under circumstances where I had no experience, no prior knowledge of the operations or even the industry. And in a lot of cases, I put very little money down relative to what they were asking. So I decided, I should probably teach a few people this system. I started off by being a business consultant, and this is something I still do today. And I advise small business owners on strategic things like turnaround strategies, exit strategies, and I do this right now full time. So On the other hand, I said, well, I think this is a great chance for me to teach people how to buy their own business, because I kept seeing too many of my clients failing. Too many of my friends believing in a concept or a franchise or a new business, thinking for sure it's going to work, investing their entire life savings only to see it fail. And I've seen it time and time again. And I've seen people go through divorces, through health issues and cancer and tumors. And I myself had a tumor when I bought my first business, because it was my first business. And obviously I was stressed out. Even though it gave me peace of mind, I was still stressed out. I had this behemoth of a business, and I'm a young little kid, 26 years old, didn't know what I was doing. So I knew there had to be a better way to build wealth, be successful, without going through the jungle and war zone of real estate investing, or the less than casino ratio of success at starting your own business. And I came up with this concept. I even wrote a book called How I Bought My First $1 Million Business. By the way, I think you should pick up a copy. It's only $7 right now. I usually sell it for $120, but I want to start building awareness, and so I'm giving it at this price for a limited time. I'm also doing webinars to teach people the 7 reasons why they shouldn't start a business, and also 7 things you can do now to start your own business. I've got a lot of great information I want to start teaching you. I'm finally opening up to the rest of the world and just, branching outside of my own customer base. And I'm ready to start teaching you guys how to build wealth. Now, I know that sounds cliche, right? Oh, build wealth, but I'm being serious. You see I'm in my house. I'm not driving a Mercedes. Okay, I do own a Mercedes, but I'm not driving a Benz or a Ferrari or shooting this video on some tropical island promising you all this amazing wealth that you're going to generate and how your lifestyle is going to be. Look, if that's what you want, great. But I'm just here to teach you something to add value to your life, okay? And I want to do it in a way where it's realistic. You got to realize that although I'm promising you something that can really pay off and build wealth for you and your family and give you that peace of mind and freedom to live your life the way you want, I'm also telling you that you have to work hard at it, okay? My programs are not just, hey, this is how you buy a business. It's a mental process. I'm going to show you what I learned. I had to go through a lot to learn and get to where I am right now. And a lot of that was attitude, behavior, mental change in the way I thought, positive thinking, positive affirmations. And I'll teach you all that. I'll teach you the mental know-how, the educational know-how, the intellectual know-how. By the time you're done, you will know how to buy a business. Whether you do it or not, it's up to you. But you will know how. And I'll be there with you every step of the way. So I think I've spoke long enough, guys. This is actually my first video, so pardon me if I'm not on point. But I look forward to getting to know you a little bit better. And if you have a chance, opt in and let's get to know each other a little bit better, and send me an email if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. We'll talk soon.